Hi guys, Coffee Man here. Now, before we start this off, I just want to let you know I am working hard on my next review. Script is finished, most of my footage has been recorded. I just want to experiment a little here with a little mini review. Now, when I set up this channel, I was dead against reviewing Atari games or second generation games in general. I mean, really, there's really not that much to say about them. I mean, gameplay is very simplistic, the graphics are primitive, but you know what, I thought I'd give this at least one shot. Now, depending on the reaction to this, I might make more of these little mini reviews. But hey, enough babbling, let's dive into Spider-Man for the Atari 2600. Now, in this game, you, of course, play as Spider-Man and scale up a building to defuse bombs set up by the Green Goblin. Now, on your way up, you'll have a bunch of assholes in your way that'll cut your web line if it's in the path of a window because, well, I don't know, somebody pissed in their cereal or something and J. Jonah Jameson decided to blame it all on Spider-Man like he always does, so they all got pissed off and decided to help Gobby here take down Spider-Man and blow up a building with them inside of it. Yeah, real smart guys, great plan. I'm glad you thought this all out. So in order to get points, you have to swing in front of these guys in the window. Whether Spidey's knocking them out or saving them, I don't know. But either way, he's doing them a favor because obviously these guys are too dumb to live if they're hanging out in a soon-to-be bombed building. When you reach the upper level of the building, the way to get points then is to defuse the bombs by swinging over to them. Which, by the way, is not a requirement. This is very strange considering the whole reason you're doing this in the first place is to prevent the Green Goblin from blowing up the building. But hey, if you want to save the building but leave it in a condemned state anyway, that's entirely up to you. But I'd recommend getting them anyway if you're competing with a friend. That way you can shove your fancy higher score in their face. However, it's pretty difficult to do since the higher level of the building is designed in such a way that it's hard to catch on to the scaffolding. If anything, if you're farming for points, you're better off getting the guys in the lower part of the building. Moving on, to progress to the next level, you have to defuse the Super Bomb, which looks more like a giant chessboard. Not as easy as it sounds, by the way. Aside from having to deal with the very annoying part of the building, you'll have to get past the Green Goblin who's guarding it. You can't take him out, don't even try. And you have to swing into the Super Bomb just the right way or you'll end up falling. And considering how hard it is to save yourself on the scaffolding, you'll probably end up saving yourself on the lower part of the building, and you'll have to climb up all over again. Once you successfully defuse the Super Bomb, you'll have to do the same thing again on the next level. The difference here is that the building's a different color, it's taller, the annoying scaffolding sections come sooner, your timer depletes quicker, and the Green Goblin moves faster. There's also more than one of them. What, did he clone himself? Anyway, it keeps going like that until the game's over, which happens when you lose all your lives by accidentally falling to your death, or when the timer runs out, in which Spidey then falls to his death. The Super Bomb doesn't go off. There's no big kablooey. Spidey just falls. Good job, Pete. Good to know you're doing the Green Goblin's work for him. I mean, it's not like you have to go home alive to your aunt or your wife. Oh, wait! And that's Spider-Man for the Atari 2600. What did I think of the game overall? It's alright. On the one hand, you might find the increase in difficulty as you progress to be challenging enough to be entertaining. But on the other hand, you also might find it repetitive and overly simplistic to the point that it's just boring. To be fair though, video games were still in their infancy, and a lot of games were like that. They basically had you playing the same thing over and over again with an increased difficulty and some minor differences. Some of those games, like Pac-Man and Frogger, are still being played to this day. But even then, I cannot defend the design of the scaffolding sections. With the way they're designed, it's very difficult to save yourself if your web line gets cut or out of reach of it, and with the Goblin in the way, along with the very specific manner you have to defuse the Super Bomb, it's very easy to screw up, and some of you might find it too frustrating to keep going. So really, this one's a toss-up.
every day. Wherever there's a man, you'll find a Spider-Man.
Now that that's all said and done, this game has pretty much put me in the mood to watch the first Spider-Man film. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is the Coffee Man, and I'll see you all in the near future. So long. Oh hey, turns out I was wrong. There is a life-ending kaboom. Then what's that timer over there for?